Hey garden friend, did you know there's everyday household items that can become secret gardening tools you may have never even thought about? Today I'm going to show you 7 everyday things that you should absolutely use in your garden, plus 2 that you should totally avoid. Some of these might surprise you, and I bet you've already got them sitting in your kitchen right now. Let's jump in and see how many of these things you're already using in your garden. So if you're ready, let's go, shall we? First up are coffee grounds. If you're like me, you probably have these every morning. Instead of tossing them, save them for the garden. Coffee grounds are rich in nitrogen, which is the nutrient that helps plants produce healthy leafy growth. They can also be sprinkled into your compost pile or work directly into the soil. They're especially helpful for acid-loving plants like blueberries, hydrangeas, and azaleas. Just don't overdo it. A sprinkle is perfect. So, coffee grounds, a great solution to add to your garden. Let's talk about cardboard. Now, these plain uncoated cardboard boxes are one of the best weed barriers you'll ever use. And they're basically free. So if you're mulching a flower bed or veggie patch, lay down a layer of cardboard or several sheets of newspaper before adding mulch on top. This smothers weeds, holds in moisture, and eventually breaks down into organic matter to improve your soil conditions. I use flattened cardboard boxes for a multitude of things. I've sheet mulched my entire front garden bed with flattened cardboard boxes. They're fantastic, and I'm going to be starting a sheet mulching project soon. So cardboard boxes or newspaper. Your garden will thank you. Now let's move on to milk jugs. They are one of the most versatile things that you can reuse in your garden. Cut off the bottom and you've got a cloche, a mini greenhouse to protect plants from frost or cold nights. Poke a few holes in the cap and you've got a DIY watering can. And here's my favorite trick, winter sowing. Fill a milk jug halfway with soil, plant your seeds, water them, then tape the jug closed and set it outside all winter. In spring, those seeds will sprout right on time, and you've got strong, hardened off seedlings without taking up space indoors. Have you ever tried winter sowing in milk jugs? It's one of my favorite low-cost gardening tricks. Milk jugs in the garden. Here's a good one, toilet paper rolls. These make perfect little biodegradable seed starter pots. Just cut them in half. If they're too tall, fill with soil and plant your seeds inside. When the seedlings are ready to go out to the garden, you can plant the entire roll right in the ground. This cardboard will break down. The roots can grow right through the cardboard. This way, your seedlings don't get transplant shock, and you don't need to buy plastic pots. I especially like these for peas, beans, and cucumbers because those seedlings don't like having their roots being disturbed. Toilet paper rolls. It's a great solution. The next one on the list are eggshells. These are an amazing natural source of calcium for your garden. If you grow tomatoes or peppers, you've probably seen blossom end rot, that ugly brown spot at the bottom of the fruit. A lack of calcium is one of the causes, and crushed eggshells can help prevent it. Don't toss out your takeout containers. These clear plastic clamshell containers, like the ones salads or pastries come in, make a fantastic mini greenhouse. They're the perfect size for starting herbs, lettuce, or small veggies. The clear lid keeps in warmth and humidity while still letting light through. When you're done, you can wash and reuse them over and over before eventually recycling. It's one more way to give something a second life in the garden. I always say that gardening is part creativity, part recycling. Don't you agree? Here's a fun one. Try using those mesh produce bags that onions or oranges come in. Instead of throwing them away, use them to protect your ripening fruit. Just slip one over a cluster of tomatoes or a bunch of berries. Tie it loosely and it keeps birds and insects from snacking while still letting in air and water. They're washable, reusable, and perfect for keeping pests at bay. Now let's look at the two things that we should avoid in the garden. You might see tips online saying aluminum foil is great for repelling pests or reflecting light onto your plants. While that sounds clever, it can actually cause more harm than good. First, foil doesn't break down in the soil, so if you bury it, you're basically adding waste that will sit there indefinitely. Second, if it gets hot in the sun, it can overheat plant roots or scorch nearby leaves. A safer alternative? Use reflective mulch or even light-colored stones if you want to brighten up shady spots without harming your plants. And here's number 2. It might feel natural to toss your pet waste into the garden since it's organic, right? But here's the problem. Dog and cat waste can carry harmful bacteria and parasites like E. coli, salmonella, and roundworms. If you put it into your soil or compost, especially near vegetables or herbs, those pathogens can transfer to your food and make people sick. Even high heat compost piles often don't get enough to kill everything. Instead, always bag and dispose of pet waste in the trash, or if you're serious about reducing waste, look into a dedicated waste composter that's just kept completely separate from your edible garden. I hope this is giving you some ideas and some inspiration for your own garden today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you're having a great gardening day, and I'll catch you in the next one.